All right. Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. All right. Hello and welcome. Mute that. Okay, here we go. We're going to the chart. Not too many announcements today. Hope everyone had a great Father's Day yesterday. And today is another American holiday, June 10th. Can I pronounce it right? So some people are off, some people don't know it's a holiday, some people are learning that it's a holiday. It's always interesting conversations. All right, let's go to share. Go to screen share. And here we go. So the monthly chart, we have 10 days to go. I would love to see us close above the 50-month moving average. That would be great because it will create a nice bullish wick below the moving average, which is how historically prices have reversed for Bitcoin. Let's go to the weekly chart. The weekly chart starts to get very interesting in the fact that last week's candle had an extension A buy opportunity that literally touched the MRI support line. Today is the end of extension B. Where are these extensions coming from? Well, these extensions are coming from this MRI buy opportunity. Those that understand how to trade this indicator, and it certainly helps me to time the markets, would know that when an MRI does not reverse the price, it goes into the extension phase and continues to go down until all three extensions end. Now, this has ended two of the extensions, and I don't know where the third one is, so I'm going to open more of these things. So we can look at extensions. We can also extend details of extensions. So I'm going to extend the details of only extension C, and I'm going to see where that is on our count. So there's actually two extension C's there. Let me see if there's multiple extensions A and B. There might be multiple extensions A and B coming from this as well. Let me see, because we never had an MRI sell and we never traded a full candle above the MRI resistance line, it's possible that these MRI extensions never got cleared. So what I am going to do is I'm going to open more extensions. Let's do all of them. Can make it cleaner. And that is correct. We do have additional extensions. You can see that right now we are concluding. Okay, I'm sorry. The additional extensions are coming from this one, not that one. Yeah, that one we're clear. We're clear on that. The additional extensions are coming from this, except for extension C. This A and this B are coming from this MRI buy. So we cleared A, we cleared B. We never cleared C. Then we had another MRI buy right here. We've cleared its extension A, we've cleared its extension B, but we still have not cleared the extension C from the original MRI buy right there. Because for extension Bs, you constantly need a lower close. It has to close lower than the last extension C's lower close. So this candle here created, added to the C count. And then you do not see another C count until this, because this was the first candle to close lower than this candle. Now, the only way to eliminate these extension counts to the downside is with two cancel conditions. Either you need an MRI sell, which with a red arrow on top of the candle, which we never got, or you need an entire candle above this dotted line. You can see how we closed above the dotted line, but we never had a full candle above it. And there are lots of rules, lots of intricacies inside these things. And even I forget some of them, which is why they've been coded up in the indicator. So there's actually 3 extension Cs happening right now. This one, and this one. And this is also why anyone else who tries to code this thing, not only do they need to know all of the rules, which is not easy, they also need to know how to code these rules, which is also not easy because there are complications. For example, the extension Cs from here can start counting all the way over here because they don't need to get lower than this. So extension C from this MRI buy could actually complete before the extension C from this MRI buy. And I would love to see some extension Cs complete, but that's going to be brutal because in order for extension Cs to complete, we need at least 5 more, well, we need 5 more closes lower than this close. So because each close has to be just lower. That is scary. If an extension C is to complete, that means we've had 5 lower closes, not just 5 closes lower than this, a close lower than that, and then another close lower than that, and another close lower than that for 5 closes. They don't have to be consecutive, but that's what we need in order to get to a real extension C ending. And I personally can't see that happening, but you never know. We can certainly keep going down lower. This was not a tangent I wanted to go in such depth. However, that's what happened. So what we have now, let me display this. And all of this is explained in the tutorial video, by the way, guys. Display higher time frame detail counts. Yes. Oh, I can only do higher time frame. Okay, got it. So the monthly has a couple of more months to go. Interesting on the MRI before we get an MRI buy. Okay, the weekly chart. I like extension A. I like extension B. Someone mentioned to me that was it the weekly or the monthly extension A ending has actually been good for the market. You can see how the bear market of 2014 ended with extension A. I thought I remember me looking at that statistic. Let's go to the prior bear market on a weekly scale. So again, the low price on a weekly scale in the 2014 bear market came in on extension A. And right here, I'm not a big fan of extension A. I prefer B and C, but the weekly chart clearly likes extension A. Also right here, this was our double bottom in January and then August. Both of them ended on extension A's. This one a little bit higher than this one. I remember these 2 crashes. So on this index, it shows you that the crash in August actually had a slightly lower low than the crash in January. That is not how I remember it. And my memory is pretty good. My memory is pretty good. I clearly remember this crash taking us to a lower price. It might have happened on some exchanges versus other exchanges. But in any case, both of these happened along with extension A. Yeah, this extension A was the next day, but it was still a good price, under $200. Sorry, next week, not next day. But like it actually, I think it was almost a day or two later. So extension A seems to have been very useful. That wasn't a real bear market. What about the bear market of 2011? All right, so the bear market of 2011 did not give us an extension A, but it wasn't a very long bear market. It topped on the MRI and extension C. That's interesting. It was a very nasty 95% correction, but it was very, very quick. It was very quick. So it never got to extension A. It couldn't have, right? How close did we get? Oh, it's hard for me to pull up the details, but I can do it by hand. So 1, 2, 3. No, actually 1, 2. 3. Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we didn't come close. We got to about 6. And finally, I just want to double check what happened in the 2017 bear market. Yeah, sorry, the 2017 bear market, 2018 bear market. We concluded with extension A. So this could be it, guys. Extension A has been there for the last very critical endings of the bear markets. That's giving me some confidence here. It's giving me some confidence. Here's our allocation chart. I really like this candle. This candle has 1 day and 11 hours to go. That's a beautiful shadow along the bottom. This candle is still grossly overextended from its history. Puts me in a little bit of a tough position. I wish I got to this stream a little bit earlier. We're already at 20,500, but also the stock market is closed today. I'm gonna be chicken shit. I'm not gonna add to my bullish position, but I might do it tomorrow if I see a bounce in the stock market. I actually want to join Swan's spaces at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Tone, last stream you were talking about an indicator, show a percentage price stream difference to respective moving average. I wrote one if you want it. It's pretty interesting looking at macro levels. I'm sure there are many of them. I don't know what a good one is. If you wrote one and it's published, give me the name of how to search for it. I'll try to find. Willy Woo doesn't think it's bottom yet. Okay, I don't know where he said that. I need to try to get him on the show. Willy Woo stopped writing his newsletter, so I guess maybe I should be following his Twitter more. I want to join the spaces. Yeah, just join spaces. I mean, it's free. You just need your Twitter app. Just open Twitter, follow Swan on Twitter, and just go and listen to spaces. Yeah, I need to find. I'm not going to do this on live air right now. But. Tone, Caitlin Long and Robert Breedlove had a podcast talking about paper Bitcoin. Be interesting to hear what you think about it. Could they do to Bitcoin what they did to gold? They didn't do anything to gold, guys. I'm sorry. This is they haven't done anything to gold. No one cares about gold. It's not the fault of paper futures on gold. Okay. So it's one of the things I've always like kind of didn't agree with Caitlin Long on. Like, people need to stop blaming the Federal Reserve for all their problems, and people need to stop blaming, you know, derivatives for all their problems also. They don't suppress prices of assets. Not on a long-term basis. The reason why gold has such a low price over the last 30 years is because no one gives a shit about gold. Not because there's paper derivatives. It's basically like your shitcoin, right? Like Litecoin is dropping against Bitcoin because no one gives a shit about Litecoin. Like, it's not the fault of paper derivatives. It's like, if you're holding your Litecoin bag and you want to pump your Litecoin bag, and then you're blaming, you know, like others like Bitcoin maximalists for it, to talking shit about Litecoin. No one gives a shit about Litecoin. I'm sorry. Right, same thing with silver. I've argued with Max Kaiser about that. No one gives a shit about silver. The only people that give a shit about silver is the industrial industry that needs silver for their components. And the people that are buying silver to speculate in silver because they think the world is going to be using silver as money are screwing with your manufacturing of your iPhone, making your iPhone more expensive. Because these people think that silver is going to be the future of money. So they're buying into silver, causing the price of silver to go up a little bit, making manufacturing with silver more expensive. Meanwhile, no one really gives a shit about silver. It's never going to be money again. Give it up. Let it go. Okay. Financial Summit, Dominican Republic. 1st to 6th of August. We are 5 weeks away. This entire castle has been rented out, and I'd love for people to join us. Traders, investors, money managers, where we enjoy the beach and the pools and use the conference room in the dungeon to talk markets and how to invest. You can follow us on Instagram. Please follow our YouTube channel because YouTube forces us to have ads on these videos until we get to 1,000 subs and like 4,000 hours watched. I'm not sure how we're going to get people to watch 4,000 hours with 3 videos, the average of which is 7 minutes. But we'll try to throw more content on here, some educational content. You can also follow us on Twitter. For Twitter Spaces, so here's how you join Twitter Spaces. You follow Swan. And right now, the space has already started 4 minutes ago. So right after this video, I'm going to go ahead and jump into that space as well. There it is, Cafe Bitcoin. The Cafe Bitcoin is a space every 10 a.m. It's really, really good. I will try to join it every now and then. Simply Bitcoin does their space, I think, at noon, and Publord does his space at 2. I mean, you can be in spaces all day. It's such a it's kind of like Clubhouse, but for Twitter. Oh, Gary Leland's going to be on. Oh, great. Awesome. Yeah, no, I need to join this space. So let's finish up. Also, the chess tournament, I'm paying attention to this. Unfortunately, my friend Rajabov lost 2 days ago, and then he tied yesterday. And today he is playing Duda. Oh boy, how has Duda done? Duda tied in game 1, tied in game 2, and tied in game 3. So Rajabov needs to win this game. If he loses this game, I don't think he has a chance in this tournament. So this is a huge game for a friend of the show, a friend of Bitcoin in this chess tournament. He has 2 ties and 1 loss. So he needs a win to come back to neutral. Meanwhile, Nakamura is in the lead with his, so he won, and Karuna won as well. So they're tied for the lead right now. Okay, where are we going next? Daily chart. Daily chart bounced right off the MRI buy. That is beautiful. This was the reason why I did not pull my bullish trade off the 4-day Consensio chart, because I was watching the daily chart and trusted the MRI. No matter how badly Bitcoin was crashing, you have to trust in your indicators. You have to have trust in your technical analysis. Trading, following other traders is not the best way to trade. The best way to trade is to come up with your own strategy. Now, you don't have to come up with your own indicators. You can use other people's indicators. But as long as the strategy is yours, there is almost an infinite number of indicators. And there's an infinite way of trading those indicators. There's an infinite way of combining those indicators, close to infinite. So coming up with your own strategy and trusting that strategy is the path to being a successful trader. For me, this MRI gave me confidence that June 18th was a potential low, at the least a low back to a dead cat bounce into a moving average, and then we reevaluate. These 2 arrows worked out, well, accurately. I was about to say beautifully, but no one's happy about this drop unless you were short. So at the least, I'm looking for a strong rebound here. I don't like this volume. This volume is very scary because there isn't any. But I like the price action, and I will be bullish on a daily scale, 1 to 4 day correction, and then lower. Maybe lower. We don't know yet. We reevaluate after 4 days. Short-term chart, we had an hourly MRI sell right here. And another one right now. GBTC premium is getting destroyed due to the biggest holder of GBTC turned out to be 3AC. What was it again? It's not 3 Aces. 3 Arrows. 3 Arrows Capital had to sell their GBTC to bail out their shitcoin bags, and they dropped GBTC premium. Oil, I remain overall bullish on oil, but this is a bit of a pullback. Let's give this the rest of the week to see where oil is. I may be changing my mind on this, but I'm still bullish oil. Gold, no one cares about gold. I think I made that clear. The S&P 500, this is the futures market. The stock market is actually closed, but the futures are not closed, and the futures are on an MRI buy today. So I expect the overall stock market to also rally into this breakdown level of 3,900 points on the S&P, and that should drag Bitcoin up along with it. I don't know how high, but I am bullish the S&P because of the MRI buy, just like I was bearish the S&P on this MRI sell. You can also see how we bounced right here off of the extension B, and this was extension C. We did go a little bit lower. So I am bullish the stock market. All right, I want to go jump into spaces, guys. Please support, please follow our Financial Summit handle. I may be posting some of my educational videos that I sell on the Financial Summit YouTube channel, just so I can get some subs on the Financial Summit YouTube channel. These ads are really pissing me off. So I may take parts, small parts, of my educational videos that you can find here, on-demand videos, these guys, and maybe put some parts of this for free on the Financial Summit YouTube channel as an educational material for people. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye, guys.